Why the Guardian and print media doing online websites should do video journalism? Why do you think it is important now? Why this is getting more?
Well, all the research shows that lots of people are consuming their media via Facebook, for example, and that people who are on Facebook, who are reading, who are following The Guardian, expect a video component in what's being done. So we believe that actually multimedia journalism on the web is obviously the way forward, and an essential part of that is video. So we try with our major investigations to work on video as well, because that's what people want.
But what does it mean for you or for other journalists being raised as print media journalists? Is it difficult for you to change? What do you think about this?
No, I mean, I think good journalism is good journalism. That people who, I come from a print background and was a foreign correspondent, and now I'm the multimedia investigations editor. I think the instincts to find out what's happening, to shine a light into a dark place, actually the manifestation of that, whether it's in print or in video, doesn't really matter. I think it's the same instinct, what's happening. So it's the same.
What about support within the news organization? Is it what you experience at The Guardian and elsewhere, whether these multimedia investigations are gaining support from the management and editors?
Well, I think there's always been support for investigative journalism at The Guardian, because it's kind of the core of what we do. The difficulty about, long-form investigations, for example, one we did recently into the link between slavery and the food on our plates, can take 6 months, and that is people on the ground investigating the link. It's very expensive. So one of the things that we've looked at is, getting support from foundations, for example, who are working on slavery. So I think there is support there, but like any business, money is limited, and we look for other sources that don't compromise the journalism and give us a chance to make these very important stories.
One about key questions on generally these days are how to fund. What is the business model with this kind of public interest stories and journalism? What is your experience? What are your dilemmas?
Well, at the moment there isn't a business model. I mean, The Guardian is free, and while there is revenue that comes in, it's very difficult to keep funding really, really quality journalism. So one of the sources that we've looked to is foundation funding. For example, the Gates Foundation or Soros or other reputable foundations who are interested in investigative journalism, who are interested in human rights issues such as slavery. We have had funding from them. The important thing is that we work with foundations who don't compromise the journalistic integrity of what we do, and it's very clear from the start that they don't interfere in the process of creating that journalism. That for us now is working. I don't know a better model. It would be great if newspapers and media organisations were hugely rich. They're not, and they're losing money, and we have to be, I think, open to finding new ways of doing good journalism without compromising the integrity of what we do.